Welcome back to Blue Collar Bassin TV, and on today's video, guys, I'm going to show you how to take this Lifetime Tahoma 10-foot kayak and do a DIY project and make it into the ultimate fishing kayak. So stay tuned. Guys, up front here on our Lifetime Tahoma kayak, we have just a standard pull handle. That way it makes it a little easier transporting it around, getting it out of the bed of your truck, things like that. Also just a standard drain plug. That way, if we do get water inside the kayak, we can get that water out so it doesn't mildew, things like that. Also up front, we have just a standard shock cord. That way we can attach any type of gear. Sometimes I like to throw my raincoat, life jacket, things like that up there. We also have a little hatch. A lot of budget kayaks like this don't have a hatch. This one actually does. It has a seal, it's watertight. Also, guys, if you want to make it awesome place to put your tackle and things like that, I have a little storage bin down in there. All I did was take it and kind of bend it sideways and twist it up, and I stuffed it down in that hatch. And then I took some duct tape, that way it retains itself in place. And guys, that's an awesome place to put your phone, wallet, things like that that you don't want to fall out of your kayak if you were to flip it. Guys, one thing that makes this boat awesome is the DIY seat upgrade that I did. This is an Ozark Trail seat that is made to take to a stadium or football game, things like that. You just have to remove a couple components and it fits perfect. Okay, I took some little 1x2 pieces of wood to make like a brace and a platform to place this seat on. Guys, right here at the bottom, I actually have pieces of rubber that I cut from just an old bicycle inner tube. That way it provides a little bit of a cushion between the wood slats and the kayak itself. Okay, so the wood doesn't rub on the plastic too much. Guys, right here you can see a close-up of the wood. I actually have two pieces of wood up front. That way the seat actually has a slight tilt backwards. That way it allows for more comfort when you're fishing and out paddling. Right here you can see I have a 3-inch bolt that has a wing nut attached to it, and it has a washer on both sides, which is under the hull of the boat and then on top of the wood. That way nothing starts splitting, things like that. There's no excess pressure. Fasten the seat down to the wood using just a 3-inch wood screw. Okay, you want to get an exterior grade, that way it doesn't rust. It has a coating on it that prevents it from rusting. All I did was drill straight through the base of the seat and straight down into the wood, and then just took a drill and inserted the screw down into that. Guys, right here I'm showing you the plastic piece that actually has some springs and some other hardware on it that's used to attach the seat to a stadium seat. Okay, you have to remove that, and that's going to make it a little bit easier to use. Folks, this seat is an awesome upgrade from the standard seat that comes on it, which is really nothing more than just the piece of molded plastic and then a backrest. That's it. It's really not comfortable, and it's going to make your day out on the water miserable. So doing this upgrade is going to be a game changer, I promise you. And guys, it's only like 15 bucks for this seat, okay? Guys, this seat is going to take your kayak to a new level. The old plastic seat that came on it is just garbage. It doesn't offer any comfort when you're out there paddling and fishing. And this seat is going to take it to a new level, I promise. Guys, and for 15 bucks, you can't go wrong. Guys, right there I'm pointing out the seat bracket that held the backrest on. And guys, you can just take that old backrest and throw it away, because this right here is what you're going to go to, and you're not going to need that old one anymore. Guys, the seat does fold down, so if you need that extra room when you're transporting it, it does fold down, and it's going to offer you more portability. And guys, I've had this seat on the kayak for 2 years, and it still looks brand new. There is no rips, no tears or anything, and I put this thing through a lot of use. As you can tell from the video footage, this kayak is not brand new. I've had it for 2 years and I've put it through hard paces, multiple fishing trips, usually just about every single weekend I take it out. And guys, this thing has held up perfectly. Guys, this seat does raise the center of gravity just a little bit, but it's not enough to affect the way you fish and paddle. Okay, so the biggest pro to this, it's gonna get you out of the water, because before, there's a lot of water that gets into that standard seat that's on this, and you can't really fish it in the wintertime because you're gonna be freezing because the water's on you. So this gets you out of the water and suspended, that way you can fish all year round if you need to. Guys, right here I have my DIY anchoring system. All this is a piece of PVC pipe I've cut some slots into. That way I can use it as a makeshift anchor cleat, and that's gonna hold that paracord in place and hold the anchor in place when I need to anchor off. Real simple, I just took some screws and mounted it straight to the plastic of the kayak, and I've had no issues. Guys, back here, another upgrade that makes this kayak so awesome is this fishing crate. It has integrated rod holders, and you can add up to 8 rod holders on this crate. As you can see, I have 2 up front here that don't even have rods in them. Okay, I also put my tackle boxes down in the crate itself. And as you can see right here, I just have those PVC pipes zip tied to the crate. That way, guys, if you were to go under a tree limb or anything like that, and your rods were to get tangled up, those zip ties will actually break off. That way it doesn't break your rod, okay? But just be mindful of the rods when they are sticking up if you go under tree limbs like that. And guys, they're super sturdy, and the back portion of this Lifetime Tahoma has plenty of room to allow you to add up to those 8 rod holders. Guys, right here I have little styrofoam golf balls that you can get from Walmart or pretty much any kind of sports store. I have those wedged down in those scupper holes, and guys, that's going to allow you to plug those holes without actually having to go out and pay for scupper plugs. And like I said, looking at the bottom of this boat, you can see I've put this thing through its paces. So it's been tested and it's stood all of the hard beating I've given it. The keel on the boat is still in good working order. I've dragged this thing through gravel, down boat ramps, different things, and it's held up perfect, guys. So I haven't babied this thing around. Right there you can see there is a paddle holder that is integrated in. It's just a piece of shock cord. And there's also shock cord that holds down the fishing crate on the back. Guys, I'm gonna get in the kayak. I'm gonna show you how this thing performs on the water real fast. And it is super windy right now, so that wind is just taking me all over this small lake. Guys, this thing maneuvers around very well, especially for a budget kayak. Okay, that large keel on the back of the boat actually allows it to track very straight when you're paddling, instead of going side to side as you're going through the water. Guys, right here I'm going to go ahead and stand up, and I'm going to rock back and forth a little bit, and you can tell with any balance at all, you're going to be perfectly fine and stable. Guys, if you're wondering if you can have enough stability to go ahead and cast a fishing rod, I'm going to show you right now you can do that as well. That way, if you're into pitching, flipping, things like that, where it takes some room to actually do that instead of sitting down, this is perfect. You don't have to go out and spend $2,000 on a kayak where you can stand up and fish. Okay, if you're on a budget like me, this is going to do you just perfect. Guys, I hope you liked this video, because I sure did. It reminded me of how good of a deal this boat is and how awesome it is once you go ahead and do the DIY upgrades to it. And this boat is super cheap, guys. Go out and pick you one up today. It's definitely worth it instead of spending thousands on some of those top name brand kayaks. All right, guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video. That lets me know that you guys like this content. That way I can roll out some more. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and become a member of the Blue Collar Bassin TV channel, okay? And stick around for that next video.